Welcome Capricorn to your month ahead Tarotscope for the month of December 2015. This reading is for you if your sun, moon, or rising signs are in the sign of Capricorn. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling here. Now, of course, I have already extensively shuffled the cards to really mix them up and allow any energy from past readings to be released. So the purpose of my shuffle now is to let the appropriate cards for you, Capricorn, to come up to the top of my deck. Oops. So I dropped a card here, and when I drop a card while I'm shuffling, I view them as almost like bonus messages, if you will. So I'm just going to stick this card off to the side, and we'll talk about it as we go through the spread. I like to think those cards more pop out rather than I drop them. So I'm just going to keep shuffling here. I'm continuing to focus on your energy as a whole, Capricorn. I'm just waiting for some sort of intuitive guidance, some sort of sign. Sometimes I hear something, see something, sometimes I just know. So the first card in this spread is how you're feeling heading into this month. So how you're feeling right now in this present moment heading into the month of December. And we have the Chariot. And right away we can see the colors in these two cards really align. We have lots of yellow and lots of blue. So let's focus on the Chariot first. So how you're feeling heading into this month, you're feeling ready. You are this figure in the Chariot and you're ready to race on. I feel like you are feeling very empowered in this moment. You feel that there's a great sense of balance and a great sense of accomplishment in your life right now. Any sort of things, any sort of projects, any sort of situations that you've had in your life, you really feel like you are overcoming them, that you're really accomplishing the things that you set out to do. You're feeling really great about yourself. When I see the Chariot card, I think of the positive aspects of the ego. So that kind of self-worth, thinking highly of ourselves. It is good and it is healthy to think highly of ourselves. Of course, it's all about balance. And in this case, the Chariot is that positive thinking highly of ourselves. And this really connects with this card here that popped out because this is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is our wish card. It's our dream card. It's everything that we hoped and desired coming true. This man has all of his accomplishments, all of his cups lined up behind him, and he's sitting there, he's content, and he's happy. So you're in a really great place right now, Capricorn, as we head into the month of December. Card number 2 is your general forecast for the month ahead. So your general forecast, Capricorn, for the month of December. And we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is you riding out. It's almost like you've been in the Chariot, but now you're getting out of the Chariot and you're just jumping on the horse. You're going straight to the issue, if you will. Straight to the beast. You're really riding forth on this new adventure. I feel like you really have stepped into your power recently with this beautiful yellow that we have in these two cards and the blue that we continue to see here, and even the yellow. I mean, this knight is wearing a yellow tunic. This is all about power and self-expression. These two concepts are so important to you at this time. This idea of stepping into your power and really showing the world who you are, expressing yourself, your genuine self, and speaking your honest truth. So the Knight of Wands is saying your general forecast for this month is more action. You're riding off and you're working off that momentum that you've created for yourself because you've been very abundant recently. You've been very successful recently, and you're using that success to carry you forth on this Knight of Wands energy. You're continuing to ride forth, and you feel the confidence in yourself that you will continue to manifest the things that you wish to create for yourself. Card number 3 is your upcoming challenges. So we have the Strength card. More yellow here, so we're really working with the solar plexus energy. We're really working with that power energy of standing in our power, of having that courage to go out there and actually manifest, actually take action and manifest the things that we want in our life. I think the challenge here for you is really balancing that action with the more quiet, the more taking a step back energies. The danger of the Knight of Wands here is that yes, you are riding off in this passionate adventure. You're feeling really locked into this sort of mission that you have for yourself. But the danger here is that you can almost overdo it. That you can ride until you're so exhausted that you feel like you can't ride anymore, but you keep riding anyways. So I feel like the challenge for you this month, this Strength card here, is knowing when to balance that. When to balance that riding with getting off the horse. Sometimes it might be best to just stand next to the beast and pet them and caress them and use gentle actions instead of the more aggressive galloping forward that we have here on the Knight of Wands. So really knowing when it's time to rest and when it's time to honor yourself and having the strength almost to take a step back. I think for you, especially Capricorn, that it can be hard for you to relax. It can be hard for you to take a break. You want to keep going, but eventually it's going to take such a tear or a hardship. It's going to wear away at our bodies. So having that inner strength and that inner knowing that sometimes it's right, it's appropriate to take a break. I think that is going to be your challenge this month, Capricorn. Card number 4 is good fortune, blessings, and abundance. So this is all the beautiful, wonderful things that are coming your way in the month of December. We have the 4 of Wands, so continuing this beautiful yellow color. Just make some room for all the cards here. So your good fortune is that you're going to continue to have this success this month. You're really working towards creating stability for yourself. And I don't think it's just financial stability. I think it's stability of your entire home life. So finances may be a part of that. But I also think it's about creating stability in your relationships, creating stability in your day-to-day routine, creating stability in yourself, in your inner self, and working with that idea of balance, that yes, there is time, that it is appropriate. There are times to ride on the horse, and there are times where it's appropriate to stand by the beast, to rest, to relax. So you need both to move forward, to be stable. And I think for you, you're really going to find what's important for you, what your needs really and truly are. I feel like there is so much abundance for you this month and so much expression and confidence. I feel like there has been some times in your life where you haven't felt this confident, and you're drawing on those experiences to help propel you forward. You're understanding the lessons that you need to learn. I'm really drawn to the castles, both in the background of the Chariot and in this 4 of Wands. I feel like these are your hopes and your dreams, the things that you want to accomplish, and there they are. There they are in both cards. And both of these cards are cards of yellow and confidence and power and really achieving those things that you want to achieve. So those castles, those hopes and dreams that you have are right there. And that is your blessing this month, Capricorn, is that they're so close. You can literally touch them. That you really know what you want and you're going to create it for yourself. That you are going to create the stability for yourself. And what a beautiful blessing that truly is. The last card in this spread is this month's lesson. So if you've watched my readings before, you know that I'm really big on lessons and learning. And I truly believe that every situation we find ourselves in, every scenario that we find ourselves in, is all an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow and evolve and transform. I like to say that Earth is a school and we are the students. That's why we come into this lifetime, to be students, to learn. So Capricorn, what are your personal lessons for this month of December? More yellow, the Knight of Pentacles. I really love looking at the color scheme of spreads and of readings because I think it's such a powerful symbol almost. You can look at these cards and right away you can notice the yellow. It's the background of every single card except one. And I feel like this is truly why this Nine of Cups came out of the deck in the beginning. Right away, we're tapping into this success energy. We're tapping into this abundance energy, this fulfillment of dreams and hopes and wishes, and of things coming to full fruition, of you being happy and content and joyful with the things that you've accomplished. I think this card is really saying when you tap into that happy, joyful, content energy, this gratitude almost for the things that you've had in your life, that is really off of this energy and off of this momentum we were talking about earlier in the spread, the idea of momentum, that it's just going to build and build and build and create more in your life. So make sure that you take the time to be grateful for the different signs of abundance in your life, for each thing that you're prosperous in, each area of your life that you're prosperous in. Make sure that you take the time to be grateful because that will contribute to that momentum that you're riding on, that you're really immersed in. So this month's lessons, Knight of Pentacles. You'll notice there's a big difference between the two knights here. So in the Knight of Wands, the horse is rearing. This knight is ready to go off into battle. And this is your general forecast. So you are feeling ready to fight. You're feeling ready to move forward and go on your path and gallop down it. And here, this Knight of Pentacles, you'll see that the horse is at a halt. And instead of being ready for battle, this knight is ready for contemplation. He's looking at the pentacle in his hands and he's kind of like, thinking about what he has in his hands. He's still not sure how to use it. Whereas the Knight of Wands here is it's very clear that he's going to use this wand as a weapon, as a staff, as something to wave into the air as he gallops off into his mission. So the Knight of Pentacles is a card of rest. It's a card of stopping. It's a card of taking a moment out of the day-to-day hustle. And this card is coming up in this month's lesson, so I feel like this is deeply connected to the strength card that we were talking about before. Finding the inner strength to know when each of these Knight cards are appropriate. Because they feel like they're almost like complete opposites. The Knight of Wands, fast-paced, fiery energy, and this Knight of Pentacles that is more earth, that is more stopping and taking that pause out of life. So the lesson is learning about when it is appropriate to take these pauses, when it is appropriate to allow yourself to rest. And having the acceptance for yourself and loving yourself regardless of your need for rest. Knowing that resting is a part of this process and that you are still standing in your power even when you're standing at a standstill. I think especially for you, Capricorn, since you do tend to work so hard, that this is an extra important lesson this month. That yes, You are in your power when you're fast moving, like in the Chariot and in the Knight of Wands. But you're also in your power when you're in this more quiet energy of strength, the stable energy of Four of Wands, and the standstill of the Knight of Pentacles. These are all different aspects of your power, and recognizing that and acknowledging that and accepting it and loving it. Those are your lessons this month, Capricorn. So this concludes your reading for the month of December 2015. If you're interested in a personalized reading, please join me on Etsy. You'll find the link in the description below.